Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So I want to let you know I'm convinced. I am absolutely convinced. I'm convinced that nobody really wants to work for other people. I'm convinced that everyone wants to be their own boss. I'm convinced that people really don't want to work often and would rather work when they want to. I'm convinced that everyone wants unlimited money and they want to be able to live a financially free life. I'm convinced that if everything were as they intended, they would be living in the biggest homes, driving the best cars, with the nicest pools, and have all their friends over eating whatever it is they want with a gourmet chef every single day. I'm convinced of all of those things. Here's the problem. The problem is no one, well, I shouldn't say no one, most people are afraid to take action because the risk is too high, even though the reward is much higher, right? Higher risk, high reward, but it's just too much for them to bear, and they're not willing to bear the front of that, the grunt of that. So, what I offer to you is the opportunity to invest for your future, the opportunity to be financially free, the opportunity to live life on your own means, the opportunity to not beg for a job, but to demand that you're treated fairly, demand that you get the accurate pay, demand that you get what you are qualified for. You see, companies don't lowball me. Companies do not lowball me. In fact, there are bidding wars for me often when it does come time for me to be on the market. They must pay me. They must. Or I'm just not going to be there. I've been offered more. I've been offered over $25,000 more than what I'm currently making at my job. But I stayed because I actually like the job. For no other reason but because I actually like the job. You get tired of bouncing around. You get tired of not having time for your YouTube channel. You get tired of not having time for your investments. You get tired of not having time for your relationships. You get tired. And so I'm now focused on those things because I have the financial freedom that I so desperately desire. And every single day, I get richer and richer. Every month, I get richer and richer. Every time the first of the month comes, I just know I'm more richer than I was last month, and it is such a blessing. Every time the first of the month comes, instead of thinking, damn, another month went by, damn, another day of my life went by, no, I'm just saying, wow, look at my equity, look at my net worth increase. So, again, the reason I bring that up is because if you want to live a life worth living, you have to decide for yourself how you want to be free. I just talked about FIRE, financially independent, retire early. Well, you don't necessarily have to retire early. That might not be a goal of yours. But I'm sure your goal is not to be begging for jobs. I'm sure your goal is not to be a slave to your managers and coworkers. I'm sure your goal is not to be at every single event when you don't want to be there. I'm sure your goal is not to be slaving at a job and having to do overtime because you just got to make ends meet because milk and eggs are expensive. I'm sure your goal is not that. And so as you listen to this channel, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you want me to talk about. You know I'm your stock guy. You know I'm your real estate guy. I know every loan in the book. I know every options play, day trade, swing trade, drip investing, everything that you can possibly think about. I got it for you. Let me know what you're interested in. Grants, what? Let me know. I'm here. I'm already reading up on business credit. I'm almost finished with that book. And then I got another book on business credit that I'm going to read. And then I'm going to implement it. You know I don't like to talk about stuff that I don't do myself. So we're going to get into that. by 2024 on me. I'm letting you know that we're going to get to that, because I am going to make sure that I'm moving, I'm doing things, and that I'm confident in what I'm doing. And so, with the knowledge, you have power. With the knowledge, I have power. That's why I read these books, so I can implement these strategies. That's why I listen, talk, and walk with people who live the same lifestyles that I want to live, so that I can implement these strategies. That's why I do the things that I say I'm going to do, so that I can implement these strategies, so that I can live a life worth living. A lot of you want to own your own business and not work. It takes a lot of hard work, and you're not willing to put that in. You're not willing to put in the risk. You're not willing to get the reward. Let's change that. Let's change that. If you're really wanting to change that, you want to change that now. You're not waiting till New Year's Day to say, "You listen, he was right. I'm going to make a change." No, we're not waiting till New Year's Day to somehow make a change. You got to break these habits now. A lot of you have bad habits. It needs to be broken. A lot of you have bad habits that need to be broken. Break those habits now. Break those habits now. Alright? So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.